Welcome, bout betters. I prepared these slides before the weigh-ins, and Joey was messaging me if Daukus by finish is a probable sound play. Firmbird MMA mentioned in the comments section that he'd like to wait till after the weigh-ins to really get his gambling reads. And watching the weigh-ins really scared me because Jamie Pickett is just so big and athletic. I also appreciate and understand what Michael Laher is mentioning about my breathing in my delivery. I'm going to try to tighten things up so that I do sound a little bit more appealing, a little better, and also just tighten up my picks overall. There's no value to me if I'm just here talking as a talking head and we're not doing things correctly and getting this clearly to you as well as winning in our gambling. Back to Joey's question, Daukus by finish is a tough play because neither of these guys have very good finishing capability in the UFC. I would say that they are finishers, not only in their amateur careers and on the road in the smaller circuits, but Kyle Daukus has become very close to finishing numerous fighters, and Jamie Pickett has some power. The guy can punch. He is a physically intimidating person with a long reach, great span, and he's going to have an advantage physically in this particular bout. And as you see here, the statistics are all zero down the line. Same could be said of the next slide here. Basically, Daukus has gone the distance and won by decision or lost by decision in most of his outings. Jamie Pickett had one outing where he did lose in the UFC. So on paper, it looks very similar. I'm heavy on Daukus as a parlay piece because of his durability, grappling, octagon awareness, and Pickett is taking this fight on short notice. I rewatched that fantastic bout between Brendan Allen and Kyle Daukus. I enjoyed the scrambling, the transitions, the grappling each display. That was a 50G type fight. Fantastic MMA. I also like Daukus' chin, calmness, and attacking persistence despite getting rocked. I especially respect his fight awareness and how he responds to his corner. He follows instruction well, and he showed next level toughness in that match. He also showed me some great control time and jiu-jitsu against Allen. Even though he didn't get the submission, he really does have a good body lock. He knows how to escape those encounter grapple very well. He also put Allen in some compromising positions, despite maybe Allen being a better submission grappler than Daukus. He has a good body triangle and position control. These are all qualities and skills he needs against Jamie Pickett, who has not been finished by submission since 2017, and before that, 2009. He was knocked out by the Beverly Hills Ninja his last time out, but since then, he's on a 2-fight decision win streak, maybe because he's getting better fighting at range. When he closes distance against Jordan, or when he did close distance against Jordan, that's when Jordan was able, or he nullified his own reach advantage, and Jordan was able to land some serious elbows as Jamie Pickett was trying to take him down. Daukus does not fight at distance, but while he's there, he's very active, landing 7.29 strikes per minute compared to Pickett's 3.90, and he's not even a distance specialist. Huge differential considering Pickett spends almost 3 times the amount of time out there. But Daukus uses his boxing to set up his takedowns. He is crisp with his style and has improved defensively since that Brendan Allen fight. In his last outing, he was piecing up Holland on the feet and working his game plan to a T. Despite the headbutt, I think Daukus was on his way to get a victory there or a finish. At distance is where Daukus is vulnerable, and I will look for Daukus to get this into a clinch as much as possible to their counter strike or change levels to grasp Pickett's big, long legs. Daukus is a lunging type grappler and is susceptible to being caught coming in, but he has a good chin and will be persistent with his attempts. Daukus is averaging nearly 10 takedowns per 5 minutes at distance, which doesn't seem accurate. I need to really check that. This is from Nate Lashaw's website that's based off of UFC stats. I'm not certain where he got that one, but that seems pretty high for a wrestling average. Pickett has a solid takedown defense because he's only faced strikers in the UFC and not necessarily high-level or clean strikers either. He's faced guys who are round one finishers and not polished kickboxers. Daukus is well-rounded and knows how to mix things up. He transitions well, both with the grappling and striking. He can change levels, will attempt submissions, and on the feet he can counter-strike, as well as dart in and out with as much volume as Pickett. To answer Joey's question, yes, Daukus by finish at plus 185 and by submission at plus 250 is not a bad play. Daukus by TKO is plus 700. But I've already utilized Daukus in a square parlay and might chase a prop here. The finish covers me both ways, and I do see Daukus getting a finish in this match. Vegas leans towards a decision at plus 130. I think the Pickett is outclassed here skill-wise. He has no skill set that Daukus can't respond to and has a huge deficiency on the mat where I think this fight is going to take place. That is, unless Pickett gets an early KO. I like not to go the distance prop at plus 115, but may take a lunch money shot at that plus 185 prop finish, as well as a lottery ticket bet on the TKO at plus 700. Yes, this betting does cut into my profit or just adds to my losses, but I have the parlay established, and if he wins it, he will cover both of these prop bets. So my pick is Daukus by finish. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you've made it this far, you are about better.